Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage our 2015 Knight Award recipient, Devon Still.
Let me just start by saying, we are. Y'all really don't have no idea how long I've been waiting to say that. I've been living out in Cincinnati for the past 3 years around, but nothing but Ohio State fans. So to be back around a bunch of Penn Staters, it definitely feels good to be back home. Thank you. You know, since June 2nd, my life has really turned upside down. I went from living out my dream since I was 13 years old of playing football in the NFL to wanting to give up football to be there for my daughter as she fights cancer. And, you know, I can sit up here and try to flatter myself and say that everybody's here today to listen to me talk. But I know and I hope that everybody's here to try to raise awareness for pediatric cancer and try to raise as much money as possible to save these kids. And if the Rupp family story didn't already make you want to donate, I'm going to go ahead and try to share some of my personal views on dealing with pediatric cancer and let y'all inside of my world with my daughter. And I'm actually going to share some things with y'all that I've never even shared with my family, let alone my fiance. So please forgive me if I tell them things I never told you. But when my daughter was first diagnosed, the doctors gave her a 50% chance of beating her cancer, which is stage 4 neuroblastoma. And they gave us 2 options in the beginning, to choose regular chemo, or we can do an MIBG treatment, which is basically a radiation that they use to attack just neuroblastoma cells. So we decided to go with the second choice of the MIBG in hopes that it would take all the cancerous cells that was in her body out. About 2 months ago, we had tests done on her, and we found out that the treatment didn't work the way that we thought it would. So we went back in with the doctors and we sat down and we talked with them, and they gave us another option that we can try to remove the rest of the cancerous cells that was in her body. And when I sat in that room is the first time that my daughter dealing with cancer like really hit me hard. They gave us 2 different options of chemo. And what they do with this chemo is they put an antibody on top of the chemo, which again tries to attack the cancerous cells that are left in the body. But this time it was different from the MIBG because we didn't know which medicine they was going to give her. With this treatment, it was just a random selection. So what you would do is you would tell them that you want to be a part of the treatment. They'll put your name into the computers and allow the computers to pick which medicine that your child receives. For me, being a parent, that's hard because I want to control everything that's going on with my daughter's health. And when you give me 2 options that I don't know what the outcome may be, it's definitely hard for any parent. But what was even harder for me with the choice was the side effects from the medicine. When you look at some of these side effects from the medicine, it's hard to give the doctors okay to put that type of medicine, I'm not even sure if you can call it medicine, it's really toxic, into your kid's body. But you do it in hopes that you're able to see your child live out the rest of her life. So last week, my daughter finished up her last round of her new treatment, and we go into to take some tests in a couple of weeks, and we're definitely hoping to get some news back that my daughter has no more cancer cells left in her body. But for these past, but the hardest thing with me picking this past treatment was I honestly felt as though my daughter was some sort of scientific test, that we didn't know whether this treatment was going to work, but we was going to try it in hopes that it helps people find a cure for cancer and it saved my daughter's life. And that really hurt me hard because I feel like no child should be treated like that. They shouldn't be an experiment to find out whether any medicines work. From there, I felt that I wanted to do as much as possible to raise money to help find a cure for cancer so that no other kid has to go through this. And today, I just really want to ask y'all, to whatever you can do, if you can donate $10, $50, $10,000 will help out a lot. Whatever you can do, I just ask that you step up and you support the cause against pediatric cancer, because these children are our future. I've met some of the strongest people that I've ever met in this world through these kids who go through so much battling and they never stop smiling. It's not just my daughter that doesn't stop smiling. Every kid that I've met has always smiled through this fight. And we can't let those type of people leave this earth, because they can really help the future of our country out a lot. So I just ask that y'all do. I just ask that you do whatever you can to try to help raise awareness and raise money so that we can find a cure for pediatric cancer. And to the Rump family, your story touched me. Like, honestly, just to sit there and watch and see how strong y'all was able to stand on this stage together as a family and see the strength that y'all showed. And y'all been through my worst nightmare, which is losing my daughter. But y'all took y'all story and y'all trying to help out a lot of families and make sure that other families have a chance to see their kids grow up. I definitely commend y'all on everything y'all doing. And I just want to say thank you to y'all, because y'all give me the strength to go out there and do the interviews I do in public and try to remain strong, because we're all fighting for a common goal, and that's to get rid of pediatric cancer. So it's an honor to be here today, and thank you for this award.